Imagine waking up every morning knowing you can trust yourself. Not because life is easy, though. Motivation is high or everything is going your way, but because you've built something most people never do discipline. Discipline is that invisible force behind every successful athlete, entrepreneur, student, creator, and leader. And it's what gets people moving before the sunrise and keeps them working when nobody's watching and pushes them to finish what they started long after excitement fades. And the truth is that motivation is temporary. It comes and goes based on your mood, your energy, and the weather and or what happened yesterday. Discipline doesn't care how you feel, it shows up anyways. And if you want better results in any area of your life, stop chasing motivation and start building discipline because that's the habit that changes everything. And most people fail because they rely on emotions to determine their actions. They wait until they feel inspired to exercise, motivated to save money, excited to study, or ready to start that business. And the problem is that your emotions are unreliable. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and other days you'll feel like doing absolutely nothing. And if your successful depends on how you feel, your progress will always be inconsistent. Discipline flips that equation. Instead of letting your feelings control your actions begin controlling your results. And every time you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, you're proving that your goals matter more than your excuses. And that's how confidence is built. Confidence doesn't come from positive thinking alone, it comes from repeated evidence that you can trust yourself to follow through. And one of the biggest myths is that disciplined people are somehow born different. They aren't. They simply created systems that make the right choices easier than the wrong ones. They remove the distractions, create the routines, prepare ahead of time, and make decisions before temptation shows up. Think about someone who exercises every morning. They don't wake up excited every single day, they simply made it part of who they are. There isn't a debate every morning because the decision was already made, and that's the power of routine. The less you negotiate with yourself, the easier discipline becomes. And the faster way to build discipline is to start ridiculously small. Most people fail because they try to change everything overnight. They promise themselves they'll wake up at 5 every morning, they work out for 2 hours, read 50 pages a day and eat perfectly and complete transform their lives by next week. It sounds exciting, but it almost never lasts because it requires too much change at once. Instead of focusing on one habit and make it impossible to fail, read one page, do 10 push ups, walk for 10 minutes, save $5, write for 15 minutes. Those small victories, they create momentum, and momentum makes larger habits easier to maintain. Every small win is another vote for the person you're becoming. And another important lesson is learning to separate comfort from happiness. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it often creates regret later. Discipline can feel uncomfortable now, but it usually creates freedom later. Sleeping in feels comfortable until you realize you're wasting another morning. That's what happened to me yesterday. Spending every paycheck feels fun until an unexpected bill arrives. Workouts is easy until your health starts declining, and the short term reward often leads to long term pain, while the short term discomfort or discipline usually creates long term satisfaction. And that's why disciplined people don't ask what's easiest today, they ask what will make tomorrow better. Environment also plays a massive role in your ability to stay disciplined. If your phone is beside your bed, you'll probably scroll before getting up. If unhealthy food fills your kitchen, you'll eventually eat it. And if your workspace is cluttered, focusing becomes harder. Stop expecting willpower to overcome a bad environment. Instead, build an environment that supports your goals. Put your workout clothes where you'll see them. Prepare healthy meals ahead of time. Keep distraction out of sight. Make the right decision the easiest decision. And another secret is accepting that failure is part of the process. Everyone misses workouts, wastes time, procrastinates, or slips back into old habits. And the difference is that disciplined people, they don't turn one mistake into a permanent lifestyle. They recover quickly, and missing one day isn't a failure. Missing weeks because you gave up is. And don't focus on being perfect. Focus on getting back on track as fast as possible. And consistency beats perfection every single time. Discipline also means learning to delay gratification. We live in a world that rewards instant gratification, and one click delivers entertainment, food, shopping, and endless distraction within minutes. And unfortunately, most worthwhile achievements take months or years. And building wealth, improving your health, growing a business, earning a degree, or mastering a skill all require patience. Discipline allows you to trade temporary pleasure for permanent progress. It helps you Make decisions based on your future instead of your current mood. And another powerful mindset shift is realizing that your identity shapes your behavior. Stop saying you're trying to become disciplined. Start acting like someone who already is, and ask yourself what a disciplined person would do in every situation. They would get up when the alarm rings. They would finish the task before relaxing. They would keep their world or word even when nobody else is watching, and every action reinforces your identity, and eventually discipline stops feeling like something you do and becomes part of who you are. Remember that success isn't usually created by one massive breakthrough. It's created by thousands of ordinary decisions repeated over time. Every workout, every chapter read, every dollar saved, every distraction ignored, every promise kept adds another brick to the foundation of your future. And most people underestimate what small action can accomplish because the results aren't immediate. But compound progress is incredibly powerful. And weeks become months, months become years, and suddenly people call you lucky when they never saw the discipline behind the scene. If you truly want to change your life, stop waiting for the perfect moment because it doesn't exist. Start today with one decision you know you need to make. Then repeat it tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. Build routines instead of excuses. Building consistency instead of changing motivation. Build trust in yourself through action, not intention. And the strongest version of you isn't waiting for inspiration to arrive, it's waiting for you to prove, one decision at a time, that your future matters more than your comfort. And that's how discipline is built. And once you have it, it becomes the foundation for every other success you'll ever achieve. I got a little excited on that. Thanks for watching. Please sub if you would. We're looking to grow this channel. Without you, we can't do it. We're up to 107, and we really need more subs than this. Like, I really want to be here on YouTube for a long time period, and I'd like for you to join the team. See you guys tomorrow, and have a good day.